What is going on YouTube? Hayden Schreier making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking into the current coin market cap, as well as some very interesting technical analysis in regards to the what appears to be an evening doji candle forming on some of these charts. And I thought I would explain a little bit about what exactly that is, an evening star doji. This is in reference to some of the Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP charts, so it does signal something very important, and I do think you guys should be paying quite a bit of attention on that and definitely watching to the end, because you won't want to miss out on any of this information. Otherwise, we will be also discussing some very interesting trade positions that I may be performing in the next couple of hours. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump into today's episode. So as you guys can see, I am on my YouTube channel, and yesterday's video you guys absolutely killed, did absolutely amazing. And I do want to continue off of yesterday's video because there is something quite interesting that we have to look at. If you notice the pattern that has been drawn onto the thumbnail of yesterday's video, you'll notice an interesting thing. You can see clearly that the price has hit what appears to be a very strong resistance in the market, and then you can see that there's a slight uptrend that the pattern has started to follow, or the price has started to follow, and it looks to me like we want to kind of correct back down some before ultimately regaining that support, regaining that stability, and then breaking through that resistance and shooting up to what could be some beautiful highs in the market. So with that being said, I do want to just discuss with you guys a couple of things on here. So without a doubt, let's just jump right into the technical analysis. You guys will notice a couple of interesting patterns. Notice as I zoom in what appears to be the previous candles, or we can look at these two candles right here. This basically shows unnervousness, or how would I describe this? Just uncertainty in the market. That's pretty much what this means. Uncertainty is right here. We have a strong wick up, we have a strong wick down, and then the following candle is a very strong bearish wick to the downside. This means a couple of things. Now, when you look at Litecoin and then you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is also experiencing this. We're also seeing a lot of consolidation. We see Ethereum doing the same thing. Clear uncertainty in the market right now, clear consolidation and correction to the downside. Clearly this resistance of 190 has not been broken yet. And then we have that same exact pattern on XRP, which is currently being rejected from its 26 cents high that it was currently at this morning and yesterday. So with this comes a very interesting pattern. More specifically, we can see that on Ethereum and some of the other altcoins, for example. This is what I believe is called an evening star doji, for those of you that don't know. Basically, what I'm referring to is it basically marks the cap or the peak of what appears to be a strong bullish projection into the future, or a prior history, and it kind of marks the peak and the plateau of the coin back down into some more support. So you can just kind of see what people have projected right here. See the reversal candle. Usually not much candle wick or much candle stem is formed, and there's a lot of wick involved. You can see right here that shows where you should put your position right here, entry into the market, and then we expect to see targets of correction to the downside. You can see beautifully right here what exactly this is listed right here. As I zoom in, you guys can get a clear depiction of what it is that's referred to. We have an uptrend, which is number one. We have a bullish candle, which is right here. And if we compare this to Ethereum, you can see we do have many bullish candles prior to the movement upwards. Right here, another bullish candle. Then we expect to see the gap up, which is number three, which is right here, the slight consolidation. And then we expect to see a small bullish bearish candle, which is number four. And you can see that's what they're referring to. This is what I mean by uncertainty in the market, where we have kind of the bulls and bears fighting for that position right here. And then we usually get followed by a gap down, which is what we're experiencing in this area right here. And then we have the bearish candles that follow. And then we have the morning star candle right here at the bottom, indicating the reversal back to the upside. Now, this clearly represents what I'm anticipating to be what's going to be happening within the market right now. You can see it is very beautifully outlined right here. We had one previously right here, but these candles that we're forming right now in the daily do really depict what exactly is going to happen. Yesterday's candle for Litecoin was a clear depiction where we had the wick up, we consolidated here, we have a small bullish bearish candle, and now we have that reversal. So with this market in play and with the prices moving like this, I ultimately and strongly believe that I am and will be putting on a position for a correction to the downside very soon. I do plan on opening a DueDEX position to the downside. So what I mean by that is I am going to be shorting this coin. And I believe if you guys want to copy me, go for it. Now, I'm no financial advisor, but this is what I'm referring to. And I do strongly believe that a small short-term position as we consolidate back down is definitely needed for the market. You'll notice if you just spend a little bit of attention, notice we're overbought on the RSI. We're very high up. We need to consolidate back down. Bitcoin has had many days right now of sideways trading where we've been quite honestly rejected from the resistance of $9,500, and you can see the same things happening within Ethereum with a clear rejection of 190, ultimately leading to a potential correction back down to support. Same thing with XRP, beautiful rejection right here. Now we do have an uptrend that does seem to be holding quite well on XRP, and we don't have as much room right here. Yes, there's a slight chance we could head a little bit lower, but there's a chance that we could be breaking this uptrend right here with this resistance. There's a very good chance we could break the uptrend and fall lower on XRP. As for the other cryptocurrencies, I do believe we're going to consolidate all the way back down. I expect a small pullback of Ethereum back down to around 170. Bitcoin maybe back down to about $9,000, if not a slight chance below there. And then Litecoin, a small consolidation back down to around $60. This is ultimately just a small short-term bearish side. And then I do believe that the second we retest here, we're going to see a massive swing to the upside as stated in yesterday's video. You guys can clearly see that small break and then a massive movement to the upside, breaking through that strong resistance that we have. That's ultimately where I expect the markets to be moving to. Mainly, this is based off the judgment of weekly charts for most of these coins. The fact that we're experiencing what appears to be the start of a bullish cross on the MACD for the weekly charts, as well as us being fairly content at 56 on the RSI. With this resistance being broken, I believe we'll have an immediate, head right up to $13,000 within Bitcoin very, very, very rapidly. So I do believe that a short is needed right now, just a small bit of consolidation, a small wick back downwards, and then I do believe we're going to be shooting up. So the great thing is that DueDEX now offers a risk manager. So this is something that I'm going to be making a dedicated video on very, very, very soon. Probably going to work on it right after this video, and it does talk about how we can now place limit and stop losses and take profit orders, which is absolutely amazing for this website, and I highly recommend you check this out. It is the first link in the description. It's honestly probably one of the better websites that I've used compared to others, and honestly this is the only one that I've really found that has some pretty good interest in it. So in regards to stop losses and taking profits, we can now analyze the markets and put in positions where we have great responsibility. So obviously if we set a short right here, we would have taking profits at around $8,900 on Bitcoin, and we would set up a stop loss at $9,500 on this coin, due to the fact that if this resistance is broken, we should be buying in for a projection to the upside and a swing to the upside, and that's how we'll go around this position. And I will be making, like I said, a dedicated video on a position bought on here, but that is what I'm going to be doing immediately after today's video, buying in for a small short to the downside to about $9,000 on Bitcoin, taking profits once we retest this uptrend, and then putting a stop loss at $9,500 in case we start to correct higher. I'll break even, or maybe where I bought it at around $9,200 or $9,300, or maybe a stop loss a little bit higher, like I said, $9,500, and then obviously putting in a limit order. Anything above $9,500 will honestly expect to see a massive rally outside of that. So the fact is that DueDEX now offering these options here, it just makes the website all around so much better. It was already amazing before, but now that they've added this, it's like, how can you even compete? I'd really like to see some other competition in the market. I'm probably going to spend a little bit of time trying to find some other websites similar to DueDEX, but honestly, DueDEX is really killing it right now and crushing it. And they're really, they're making a lot of people a lot of money, and that's what I'm proud of. Now, like I said, I'm no financial advisor, so if you don't like leverage trading because there is a lot of risk, don't do it. Obviously, there's plenty of other YouTubers that discuss leverage trading, stop losses, shorting. So take the, make a conglomerate of everybody's advice and then kind of figure out what's best for yourself. And obviously don't trade with anything that you need, and consider it a loss the second you turn it into Bitcoin. That's kind of how I look at it. If I put $1,000 into Bitcoin, I'm considering that a loss. I've already lost the money the second I put it in. And if you believe that motto, then you really shouldn't have any problems with the market. If you lose it, then you have theoretically already lost it in your sense that you already deposited it, and consider it like a fee or a sale. You already bought it, and that's it. It's already a loss. And if you end up making profit off of it, then that's awesome, and congratulations. But otherwise, that's going to pretty much wrap up today's video. Like I said, the markets do look to have a small short-term pullback followed by a major correction and a major break to the upside, breaking through what appears to be this very strong resistance on all these cryptos. And we'll honestly continue following up with it tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you guys for crushing the website. We're killing the subscriber count and we are killing the views. So huge shout out to you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.